History is full of surprising alliances, but have you ever heard of the Polish soldiers who fought for Haiti's independence? This isn't just a random historical fact. It's a powerful, untold story about solidarity, moral courage, and the shared struggle for freedom that connects to nations separated by an ocean. Let's dive into how a group of European soldiers ended up fighting against their own army for the liberation of enslaved Africans in the Caribbean. Our story begins in 1791 on the French colony of Saint-Domingue, what we now know as Haiti. The island was a brutal sugar-producing machine, powered by the labor of hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans. But that year, a massive revolt erupted. Enslaved people rose up against their French masters, sparking a 13-year conflict that would become the most successful slave rebellion in world history. This revolution didn't just end slavery on the island. It led to the creation of Haiti, the world's first black republic, and the first nation, founded by formerly enslaved people. It was a monumental achievement that sent shockwaves across the globe. But the French Empire wasn't going to let its most profitable colony go without a fight. By the early 1800s, Napoleon Bonaparte was in power, and he was determined to crush the rebellion and restore slavery. He dispatched a massive expeditionary force, tens of thousands of soldiers, to regain control of Saint. And among these French troops were thousands of soldiers from a place you might not expect: Poland. So, why were Polish soldiers in the Caribbean fighting for France? At this time, Poland didn't exist as an independent country. It had been partitioned, carved up, and erased from the map by the neighboring empires of Russia, Prussia, and Austria. Many Poles, desperate to see their homeland restored, formed legions and allied themselves with Napoleon. They believed that by fighting for France, they were fighting for the eventual liberation of their own nation. Their motto was "For our freedom and yours." But in Haiti, they would soon discover a heartbreaking irony. They were fighting to impose the very same kind of oppression on others that their own people were suffering back home. When the Polish legionnaires landed in Saint-Domingue, they were confronted with the horrifying reality of chattel slavery and the brutality of the French colonial war. They witnessed mass executions, torture, and the dehumanization of the Haitian people. The French army's methods were ruthless, designed to terrorize the population into submission. For many Polish soldiers, this was a profound moral crisis. They had joined Napoleon to fight for freedom, not to enforce slavery. They looked at the Haitian revolutionaries, fighting desperately for their land, their families, and their liberty, and they saw a mirror image of their own struggle against foreign empires. The cause of the Haitians was the cause of the Poles. A growing disillusionment spread through the Polish ranks. They began to question their mission and their allegiance to Napoleon. This wasn't a fight for freedom. It was a fight for tyranny. And so, a remarkable thing happened. A significant number of Polish soldiers made a courageous choice. They decided to switch sides. They began refusing orders, deserting the French army, and joining the Haitian revolutionary forces. These weren't just a few isolated defeats. It was a substantial movement. Polish soldiers began actively fighting alongside the Haitians, turning their guns against their former French comrades. They shared their military knowledge and fought shoulder to shoulder with the very people they were sent to subjugate. This extraordinary act of solidarity did not go unnoticed by the Haitian leadership. Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the fierce commander-in-chief of the Revolutionary Army and Haiti's future leader, recognized the Poles' sacrifice. He saw their shared experience of oppression and famously referred to them as the white Negroes of Europe. This wasn't an insult. It was a powerful acknowledgement of their common struggle against imperial domination. When Haiti finally declared its independence in 1804, after decisively defeating the French, this recognition became law. In the new Haitian constitution, which famously forbade white foreigners from owning land, a special exception was made. Dessalines granted the Polish soldiers and their families full Haitian citizenship. They were welcomed as brothers and sisters in the new, free nation they had helped to build. After the war, the remaining Polish soldiers didn't return to a partitioned Europe. They stayed in Haiti. They settled down, primarily in a mountainous region, where they founded a community that is still known today as a name derived from the Polish word for home. They married local women, raised families, and integrated into Haitian society. To this day, their descendants live in Haiti. You can still see people in these communities with Polish surnames, lighter skin, And blue is a living legacy of this incredible historical alliance. They are known as Pologne, a testament to a story of solidarity that has been passed down through generations. This event is one of the most astonishing and unique moments in the history of colonialism. Think about it. A group of European soldiers sent by an empire to crush a rebellion of enslaved people defies their orders, embraces the cause of the oppressed, and helps them win their freedom. It completely appends the typical narrative of European involvement in the Americas, which is overwhelmingly a story of conquest, exploitation, and racism. The Polish choice to side with the Haitians was a radical act of anti-colonial and anti-slavery defiance that deserves to be remembered. So, why is this powerful story so often overlooked? Why isn't it taught in schools alongside other tales of revolution? Well, for a few reasons. First, it doesn't fit the neat, heroic narratives that European powers like to tell about themselves. The story of their own soldiers deserting to fight against them is, frankly, embarrassing. Second, the Haitian Revolution itself has long been minimized or ignored in Western history. A successful slave revolt that created a black republic challenged the entire foundation of white supremacy and colonial order. And for centuries, Western historians either downplayed its significance or portrayed it as a chaotic bloodbath. The story of Polish-Haitian solidarity gets buried along with the broader story of Haitian triumph. It challenges the simplistic idea that ideals of freedom and liberty were a gift from the European Enlightenment to the rest of the world. Here, it was the Haitians who were the true champions of universal freedom, and the Poles who chose to join them. The legacy of this connection is incredibly relevant today. It's a profound story of cross-racial solidarity, a reminder that the fight against oppression can and should unite people across continents, cultures, and races. It shows that the Haitian Revolution wasn't an isolated event, but an international one that inspired others to make a moral choice over blind nationalism. This history forces us to ask critical questions. Who gets to be a hero in our history books? Whose sacrifices are remembered and whose are erased? The story of the Poles in Haiti proves that solidarity is not just a buzzword. It's a choice, an action. It's a reminder that true revolution is about standing with the oppressed, no matter the cost. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please like, share, and subscribe for more hidden histories.